Hey, welcome to the Mid Morning Fix. How are you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm very well. Exciting stuff today. When I came across you as well, I was like, hold on, we've got Afrobeat, we've got a bit of pop. I love a bit of pop. And we've also got like that kind of like Caribbean, like real vibe. So I'm really loving the platter of music genre that you're bringing to the table, Miss. So congratulations on Nana.
Thank you. Thank you.
Music, making music. What do you like the most about it?
Oh boy. It's very hard to answer because I almost feel like it's a bit of everything, you know. It's like, generally speaking, I think I'm just like, I just love how music is almost just a translation of my thoughts. It just allows me to myself, I guess, in a sense that I don't, in a way that I don't usually get to do. So I think the thing I love the most about it is just creating new sounds, creating something new, creating an energy that I don't feel unless I'm creating. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like, I don't know, it puts me in a trance and it just allows me to show my versatility at its finest, if anything.
Sure. And I know that I mentioned as well, you're raised, you're multiculturally raised. So you've got that kind of like French as well, from Toronto, shout out to Canada as well. And you've got the Nigerian kind of mix. How has that kind of shaped the person you are today and in your music? How is that?
It shaped everything. It literally, like, all of who I am, all the multiculturalism I've been around has definitely like embodied itself into myself and into my music. Like, I am very much like I'm a fusion of cultures, generally speaking. Like, I grew up around so much culture, different cultures. And it almost like took on a little bit of a part of me, you know, because I was able to really shape myself. Like, I had I was really close to a Congolese friend and a Caucasian friend of mine when I was growing up. And like, within that Congolese family, like, I was very much welcomed, almost like a family member. So I didn't grow up with any Nigerians per se within my school. It was French Africans, French Canadians, Arabics, Europeans. That's who I grew up around. So like, being close to like a French African family, it was like my closest, you know, connection to back home, generally speaking, to Niger. And so I grew up with very different moralities and different kind of, like, my mom was such an open spirit herself. She's French Canadian, and she soaks in culture. So it was almost like a normal thing for me to be so like kind of involved in other people's cultures. And then, growing up as well, like within Brampton, I was within a very like, I grew up with a lot of like Caribbeans around me. So there's like that Caribbean influence as well. And then, you know, girl, it really goes into everything. My dad, thankfully, he allowed us to travel from young, so a lot of different places. And so, culture is a big part of who I am.
Cool. And
sorry about that.
Oh no, that's fine. And I guess making the project as well. What's been like the most, I could say, most memorable moment, and maybe the most difficult moment coming together and making, you know, the project that you're going to be dropping, which is Dreams? What's been the best and most difficult for you?
The music was definitely the best part. That was the easy part. That was the fun part. Making the music was the greatest part. And that was done at such different times too. Like, a song like Fly was actually recorded in like 2018, and we're releasing it now.
Wow.
Crazy, right? Yeah. So, I mean, we revamped it this year, but realistically, when I first made that song, that was in 2018. And, you know, going into like, now I feel like, what would be maybe the most challenging part? I would say just how we plan to move this project, you know, especially with COVID hadn't taken over so much last year while we released so much music. We definitely we want to make sure that we're moving. We want to make sure that we're active. We want to make sure that we can really capitalize on this project now, because I didn't tour any of my music from last year either. So there's a whole lot of music to be heard worldwide, you know? So I would say maybe the most challenging thing right now is just making sure that we have the right things in place for the best results for this project. That's really it.
Sure, that's going to be exciting just to like kind of for you as well, like kind of like just perform and get out there. And talking of performances, I came across a little video of you on IG, and you do some funny videos, by the way. You've got a very big personality, I must say. And this video in particular on IG. So, so I came across a video, and I think you were asking the audience when you were doing the yoga pose, men tell sis what they can and what they cannot do. Do you remember that pose? Okay, so what has ever happened to you in your experience, and what has a guy told you to do, and what have you said to them? Like, is there anything that you can think of or rethink?
Yeah, so with like my ex-boyfriend, there was a situation where like I wanted to go out, and he like I was wearing a dress and he didn't like the dress, and I was just like, why don't you like the dress? And he was just like, oh, like it's just showing a lot. And you know, mind you, like it wasn't that bad, you know, a little bit cleavage, nice short, but like not inappropriate, you know. Just if he were to have seen me and we weren't dating, he would have hollered. So I don't know why he's trying to move all crazy. So, you know, like I was just like, I literally was just like, yeah, I'm going out in this dress. Like I don't really I definitely just disregarded his opinion because I felt like it was coming from a place of insecurity. And it wasn't actually anything that is degrading to myself the way he was making it seem, you know. So definitely, yeah, like anytime that happened with my ex, and just I've seen that happen with a couple of my girls too. Like one of my closest best friends, she's like that too. Like if anything has ever happened, she's not going to change who she is. It's like, well, you met me this way, so I'm not changing now.
Absolutely. So I also did a bit of digging, so I came across another video, and this was the DDC, which stands for the Dark Skin Society, right? CEO, Damson Idris, I actually came across that one very quickly. So now, he whispered something in your ear. And the caption read, I think I have found my co-star for all to you. So question is, first off, how do you smell? No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that. I'm joking. No, but no, on a serious note though, is he going to be the co-star in the video? And I don't know if you noticed, but he did have a nice look. There was a particular glaze that he had.
Girl, he looked at me like he was planting the seed. That's not all I know. He was looking at me like he was planting the seed. Like he said, I'm going to see you very soon at the top, and I'm going to be there waiting for you. You know what I mean? That's the look he gave me. At least that's how I took it. So I was like, are we going to get him a co-star? You know, in the moment, girl, but you know, in the moment, I didn't even realize he had looked at me like that. Like I didn't realize just how much he was looking at me, because, you know, honestly, what he whispered in my ear, because that was actually Burna Boy's Wembley performance, Wembley Arena.
Okay.
Yes, and I was the first opener of that night, and and then afterwards, it was actually during Burna's performance. Now, like everyone's out, the performance, we're all out, like we're all like in the audience, and he just came up to me. And he was like, wow, Burna's performing. And he's just like talking, and he was like, yo, you did so good. Like for the first opener, like you have so much confidence. Like it was actually so lovely to see you. Like you're a star. I was like, oh my God. Girl, let me tell you all of it, Bex. I didn't even know Franklin or Snowfall at the time. I knew nothing. So I'm looking at this guy like, you're mighty fine. I feel like I've seen you, but I had no idea
where from.
It was so bad. I was actually quite embarrassed afterwards. I was like, no, like I didn't even give him like a, oh my God, you're incredible. I love you. Nothing. He just gave me so much praise.
But and I was like, to me, that's the best thing though. You don't want to gas him up. Do you know what gas up means?
It was like I knew what I was doing, right? That's how I played it off. But
cool.
No, but he's such a lovely, really, really, he is. And I was like, so like for someone like him to have come up to me, like it was actually really humbling. I'm like, first of all, a girl gotta look bad for you to come up to me. Period. But generally speaking, yeah, his words of kindness were awesome. And I'm like, I'm thankful for that.
So, okay, so I've decided though, off of that, I've decided to do this question around this. So talking about the DDC, so Dancing Society, right? This is a hypothetical question, by the way. So,
okay.
Would you either, I don't know whether there's a show that we have in the UK and it's called Kiss, Marry and Avoid. So essentially, would you marry them, would you kiss them, or would you just like forget them, like dump them? So, with that said, I would like you to decide on which one you would kiss, marry, or snog out of these three people. Damson Idris, obviously.
And
then we've got Trey Songz, and then we've got Morris Chestnut. Let's go. Which one are you going with?
Okay, I'd marry Damson. Ooh. I would. I would marry Damson. Honestly, it's because I spoke to him at this point. You know what I mean? I would. Morris Chestnut or Trey Songz? Avoid or snog? Because you said snog and then you said
so avoid. There's kiss left now and there's avoid now. Those are the last two left.
Okay. So I would probably, to be honest, I think I kiss Morris Chestnut and avoid Trey Songz. Trey Songz is messy. Trey Songz is messy.
Good girl. Okay, good. So moving on to some exciting things for you as well. Obviously you've got Fine Men, but this is exciting news. I know that you got nominated for a Juno as well award and you performed I Pray. Tell me, what was that experience like and how was that for you when you found out that you were nominated?
It was a thrilling feeling. Like it was an absolutely amazing feeling. To win it too was just even grander. Like I feel like I wasn't even expecting the win. I felt like I already won with the nomination because the Junos is literally the equivalent of the American Grammys and Brits. It's literally your highest musical achievement that you can receive in Canada. So I've received that in short of 2 years of my career. On the 50th anniversary of the Junos too, it was like, wow, I'm on the right path. God, you know what you're doing. And then on top of that, like it was really a confirmation of just understanding where to go with my career and just how the fact that what we're doing is working and I shouldn't doubt myself. It was just such a reassuring feeling, that we're on the right path.
That's nice. That's a really nice answer. I like that. That's nice. And I guess you performed as well. What was that like? And working as well with Pinkton as well. How was that? How was all of that?
Yeah, performing. Once again, like performing, it's one thing to be nominated, it's another to perform for these platforms. So that was also an incredible feeling. And I performed alongside two other nominees in my category, Amoye and Kirk Diamond, who are great reggae artists, truly reggae artists. And that was the first time that I'd ever performed with other solo artists. That was an experience of its own. And then to have done it on such a massive platform, of course it was pre-recorded and the vibes were different, but it was still such a thrilling feeling. I love performing any chance I get. So it was fun to do. And it was just it was an amazing time. And I had such a great time getting to know them and understand their talent. Cause they were, they were multi-nominated, multi-award winning, the two of them. So it's just kind of like, wow, I really felt a little intimidated a bit around them, but they were so awesome. Everything about the experience was incredible. And I thank the Junos so much, honestly.
No, that's great. That's great. And of course, we spoke a bit more about your project that's coming out, your body of work. I'm really excited for you and excited for that to come out. And what can we kind of expect? What are we going to get from that ray of light of work from you?
This project is called Dreams because I feel like these songs are just not all of what dreams are made of, but different experiences and stories of what dreams are really made of. At this point in my career, I feel like the dreams I've been dreaming since I was a kid are really coming into fruition. And it's like, it's the achievements that we've been able to do is based on dream. And, like coming to this point after 2020, after the year we've had,
yeah,
I was like, yeah, you know, I pray. I gave them a little bit of sadness and a little bit of in your feels and bigger than four walls. And now I just want to get lighthearted. Let's be light. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy the times that we are in, you know, especially because we're slowly starting to enjoy outside again. You know, I wanted music to kind of brew around that, you know, and so these songs are it's about letting go.
Yeah.
You know, and letting go of your past and allowing yourself to move forward. And you know, when you want to flex what your mama give you, go and champagne will be brother. Okay, get me, like, then you gotta sip your champagne and flex, honey. But you know, you don't want to flex too crazy, because then you have all these men trying to come at you thinking with their banana, and you gotta know that.
I know that was actually my next question. I was gonna go on to your latest.
Exactly, you can't hear them, and then because of that, because you decided to put yourself first, girl, you feeling fly. You a player, just like you literally no one could tell you different. You are feeling fly. And through all that, you understand that your journey in this life is a healing process through it all. And that's really all the songs, spiritual, which ends with spiritual healing. So I literally just gave like the title of each song and summarized the little story behind it. But
and actually, your track Nana was actually my Monday music choice, because it's a perfect song, and I feel that as well. So I mean, really, congratulations, and thanks for just opening up and sitting down and just talking a bit about, you know, what to expect from your music, and a little bit about you. And before you go, I'm going to play this one little fun game, but I just want you to describe, if you can, describe yourself in one word, or maybe your music in one word. What would it be and why? Because sometimes it's difficult to describe themselves, so you've got the choice.
Yeah. If I got to use one word, I'm going to use eclectic. And the reason why I say that is because eclectic embodies uniqueness, diversity, difference, but it gives it in a confident way. Like it's an eclectic taste, and it has a little bit of elegance to it. So I would say, if I'm going to use any word, I'm use eclectic. I like that one.
Nice. Okay, so the game that I always play with the guests before they leave the show, it's called What's Your Fix? The show's called Your Mid-Morning Fix, and it's a spin-off of Would You Rather. You have two choices. You can, well, don't pass. Hope you don't pass, but you literally have two choices, and you just have to choose one. That's it. So the first choice is, I know that you really play the guitar, so I know this is going to be very difficult for you, but if you had to choose out of one, would it be playing your guitar or singing your voice? Which one would it be? I know.
I'd have to choose singing.
Cool. Okay, lovely. Girls' night in or babe night in?
Oh, girl. Honestly, nah, you can't beat a babe night. To be honest, like, girls' night is lovely and all, but a babe night is a good night. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. So this is going to be difficult. I'm going to tell you now. If you had to, or if rather someone called you and this person that was calling you was going to work with you, right? Who are you choosing? Beyonce or Lauryn Hill? Yeah, I did that. Are you going to pass?
How are we doing this to me?
Are we going to pass? 5 seconds.
No, I want to choose. I mean, I love Lauren. I love Lauren, but I'd have to go with Beyonce. I can't miss that offer. Okay. I can't miss that offer. I can't miss that offer. That's Queen Bee. I need to perform with her. She need to bring me on stage. No. Yep, 100%.
I hear you. Gosh, great. I mean, that's all the questions I have for you. So thank you so much for sitting down and talking, answering the questions, because some people do pass. They do pass. So you actually did very well. And to be honest, it's always the girls that actually don't pass. Generally, the guys are a bit scared. They don't want to answer the questions. So that's good. So I really appreciate your time.
Whatever. I'm with it. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
You too, as well.